Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VIII. That is to say, welcome to the alternate reality. Check this out. Power Wrist. GF learns Strength plus 40% ability. This is one of several things you could have gotten from defeating the giant mechanical spider. As you saw from the last episode, that little add-on, if you fight him on that bridge area, you will be able to blow him up then. And, you saw from the other report card I got that I was still a level 7 seed for doing it. So it was a bit of a bonus, but it did give you 50 more AP, which allowed me to give Move Find to Siren, who I'd forgotten to Junction previously, so I'm kind of glad that I had a second chance at that. This Power Wrist, Strength plus 40%, it could have been something else, like for instance Orichalcum, which would have given Spirit plus 40%. Or a Hypno Crown, I think, that gives Magic plus 40%. Now, for me, it was up in the air. I either wanted a Power Wrist or a Hypno Crown, but hey, Power Wrist works for me, so Quetzalcoatl now knows Strength plus 40%. So let's go ahead and Junction Squall real quick, and now all his attacks are going to be hitting a lot harder, actually. Auto... whatever. Eventually, he'll get a proper strength junction, and then I'll be able to use that much more effectively. But for the present, whatever, he's got a bit more attack. Anyway, having completed our mission and become a full-blown seed, we can now, go to the party. Hey, looking good! Alright, let's hit that party! So, it begins... as I'd said before, this is less of a game and more of a, visual novel, I suppose, so don't count on a whole lot of gameplay. This is Pokemon Fanfiction Novels channel, and while it's not Pokemon, it is still more or less a novel, as it were. Yo! Sup, Squall? I guess we're both seeds now, huh? And there he does that rubbing his hand and shake. Put it there, man! And Squall, being his usual antisocial self, is just kind of supporting the wall and drinking his booze. Even as a seed, you're still the same. Well, that's typical of you. See ya! At least Zell knew how to not make it awkward. Oh, hey, Zell! Wanna join the Garden Festival committee? And sorry, I just remembered something. Gotta go. See ya! Squall, hi! Want to join the Garden Festival committee? You can help out whenever you have time. Please? So this is more of a Squall move. Like saying, yeah, I guess so. I actually forget what that does, if I actually get responsibilities or not, though I don't think that I do. But, you know, based on what Squall just did with Zell, just gonna drink my booze and ignore her. Excuse me, you right there, the Eternal Optimist selfie. You know, if Marina hadn't been my first crush, it would have been Renoa. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You're the best looking guy here. I know. Dance with me? Let me guess. You'll only dance with someone you like. Okay, then. Look into my eyes. You're going to like me. You're going to like me. Did it work? She is so charming. I can't dance. And Squall is the opposite of charming. I guess opposites do attract, huh? You'll be fine. Come on. I'm looking for someone. I can't be on the dance floor alone. Well. Boy, she just aggressively made Squall come with her. Look at that. Huh. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. Like, at the beginning, I was gonna say something, if not for interrupting the cutscene, about how, you could tell this is a fantasy game and how the hot girl approaches you, as opposed to you having to do the approaching instead, and most likely getting rejected because that's just how the world is. Unless you're a top 10% guy. You really are an excellent student. Even that dance was perfect. And my voice acting, it doesn't have too much range to it. I'm using the same exact voice for Quistis as I was for Renoa. So, by the way, Quistis apparently caught the very tail end of that, as Squall was obviously not dancing very well at the beginning. Thank you. Awkward silence. Yes? So you'll dance with someone you don't even know, but you can't stand being around me? Whatever. You're an instructor, and I'm your student. It's kind of awkward when you don't say anything. You know, I don't like saying this, but I kind of get where Squall is coming from. If it's business, if we actually have stuff to talk about, then I'm fine. I'm able to talk about that stuff, but when it's just like shooting the breeze, just finding little nothings to say, I am worthless in that situation. I don't know what to say. That's true. I was like that myself. Oh, I completely forgot. I wonder what's to become of me. I've come to give you an order. You and I are to go to the secret area. It's where the students secretly meet up and talk after curfew. It's inside the training center. What do you want to do there? Are we going to tell everyone they're violating curfew? If that's the case, forget it. Leave that for the disciplinary committee. Why is it that Seifer is on the disciplinary committee? That guy's the least disciplined person in this whole game I've seen so far. Not that I've seen a whole lot. It's very ironic. But it causes Quistis to laugh, I guess. Go and get changed and meet me in front of the training center. This will be my last order. Oh, I can move now. Question? Where do we meet? What do you mean, last order? Well, I have a lot on my mind. Well, that didn't answer the question at all. Now, I don't know if there was a move right there. I don't have a move find on, but whatever. Get changed and meet at the training center? What's this all about? Alright, so back at the dorm. You know, I'm kind of fond of this outfit. It's a shame that I only get to have it for this one time right here. But, let's see, I'm gonna junction... Was it Selphie? No, it wasn't. I think it was Zell who I junctioned to have Ifrit and Siren. So, I'll take them off temporarily, I guess, and junction them to Squall. Because now that I'm putting on my original clothing... Let's see, attack. I'm gonna have a lot of attack now. Let's go ahead and put on move find temporarily. Getting back into my normal clothes means having actual battle to deal with. Alright, get changed. Yeah, I don't want to get monster blood on my nice seed uniform. Alright, we're off. I was trying to think of some things that I meant to bring up earlier. I suppose at that dance, I wonder who those people were. I guess they were all the seeds who had already long since graduated into their position. It's after hours. All facilities except the training center are closed. Return to your quarters. I guess he hasn't received the memo that Quistis had an order for me. So that's the library back there, but we're going to the training center. Hey there. Squall, I was just wondering, have you fought the T-Rexor in the training center? Funny she should bring that up, as the T-Rexor was the very first enemy we ever encountered. Albeit not in the training center, but in that forest area nearby. I'm not sure. You can defeat it quite easily by using Status Junction, which I'm not going to go over in the tutorial, forget that. Well, Use a sleep attack against T-Rexor. Just junction sleep onto your status attack and attack. Yeah. Come on, let's go to the secret area. It's just inside the training center. Alright, so that's a little bit scary that she should bring up the T-Rexor, even if it is just a means to, hang on a second. Switch. I'm gonna junction exchange Queestus and Selfie. So now Queestus has Shiva again. You know, you're going down this ominous hallway, and having seen a T-Rexor before, the fact that you're going into a place in which it exists, that can be troubling. Now, I currently have the monster encounter none thing off, so it is likely that I'm going to encounter at least one creature. I haven't shown the Grats back here yet, so, you know, might as well. These are Grats. It's gonna be a while until Queestus is back in the party again, so this is the last time that I'm with her for a while. I might not have otherwise known this, but having played this game before, whoops, don't want to attack. Let's, draw this other thing. Ah, crap. Well, okay, good, they missed. I was about to make it go combat times 3 speed again, simply because. But now I've got these new magics. Let's go ahead and kill these things off. Do I want to do anything with Queestus? Yeah, I guess not. This should kill both these things immediately. I guess Queestus, she drew sleep, but she can also draw silence. Let's see what I want to say. I guess as long as we're battling, right at the beginning of this, after Queestus had said, at the class, everybody who's not doing their seed training, this is going to be study hall, and then afterwards Squall, before you can go to the final seed test, your prerequisite is to get a low-level GF from the Fire Cavern. So, I guess that every seed member has their own GF at some point, because how else are you supposed to draw magic and stuff? Like, you can't do any of this unless you've got a GF in the first place, otherwise you're useless. Like those Galbadians that we were fighting earlier? Oh crap. Get out, get out, get out, run! Those guys didn't have a GF equipped, and though they were able to cast magic, they were about as weak as we probably would have been at level 1. So, you know, I guess every seed candidate does have his own GF. Do I want to save here? Nah, I'm not going to save here. I'm just going to go right into this cutscene. The Fire Cavern happened to be nearby, but I guess any sort of fire elemental would have come out. If it hadn't been Ifrit, it would have been some other fire creature, like... I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I haven't been in here for a while. There are some awkward silences in this particular scene, so, you know, I'm not gonna fast forward it. It's like this on purpose. What time is it? That's the garden, back there. It's after midnight. Oh well. I, Queestus Treepy, am no longer an instructor as of now. I'm a member of SEED now, just like you. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up working together. Big announcement. Like, one moment she's an instructor, and in the next moment she's on our level. Oh, really? Is that all you're going to say? If that's how it was decided, you have to abide by it. Here she is trying to share her feelings. She chose the wrong person to do it to. And she knows better. Aren't there any other people that she could talk to? They told me that I'd failed as an instructor. Basically, that I lacked leadership qualities. Oh, poor Quistis. I was a student, she was an instructor, but now I've ranked up to a full-blown seed, and she's gone down to the level of seed. I was a seed by the age of 15. Got my instructor license at 17. It's only been a year since I got it. Boy, she's like a prodigy to manage to do that quickly. I wonder where I went wrong. Kids gotta grow up quick in this world. I did my best. Are you listening? Are you done yet? I don't want to talk about it. What am I supposed to say about other people's problems? I'm not asking you to say anything. I just want you to listen. Then go talk to a wall. Aren't there times when you want to share your feelings with someone? Everyone has to take care of themselves. I don't want to carry anyone's burden. What a dick. No leadership qualities. Failed instructor. Perhaps they're right. Don't blame yourself, Quistis. I mean, you are at fault for being a horrible judge of character, when you really should have known better. But, I mean, otherwise, Quistis would have probably been an excellent leader had it just been a different person. But the Garden tolerates having people like Squall and Seifer. What, do they not have a whole bunch of options to choose from? I don't know. Not sure what to make of it. I believe on this side there are no actual T-Rexors, just Grats. So, I'm not gonna bother fighting this thing, because as soon as it uses sleeping gas, it's just gonna bring the plot to a standstill. I could turn on combat speed times 3, but I don't know if I really want to do that right now. Man, I thought I could get away with not having to fight any more Grats. If they use sleeping gas on me, I will do it, but we got a boss battle coming up, and I'd rather just do it the regular way. Now, for anybody who's treating this like a game instead of a visual novel, I guess real quick, if you take a look at the GFs here, I've almost got card mod completely leveled here. For Shiva, I've got summon magic on right now because I could start doing the ice magic refinement, but let's see, strength plus 20% is well on its way, and Siren is currently trying to learn life magic refining. So the reason that matters is, up against boss encounters, you get a whole bunch more experience for your GFs. Somebody help! Come on, Squall! This must be so awkward, Squall and Quistis just hanging out with each other after Squall cold-shouldered her. Squall! Squall! Quisti? Okay. So, what is Elone doing here? Elene? However you pronounce her name. Why was she in the training center? Okay, so that thing doesn't have... Okay, there we go. Sorry. I gotta concentrate for a second here. Sorry, I'm crapping the bed. There we go, Ronaldo. It's got a magic we haven't seen before. Let's go ahead and summon Quetzalcoatl. As soon as those 3 Raldos are gone, it's going to become a higher level boss battle. But for now... Crap, I didn't see what she actually drew. Whoops. Sorry, sometimes it's hard because these sound effects, this music, having to pick what I want to do. Other people who are on a greater lane than myself, they're able to constantly think of things that they want to say, even in the middle of combat. Like, I watch several YouTubers who play 7 Days to Die, and one of them is... Glock. And Glock, he's able to talk and have a steady stream of thought. Me, not so much. Like, I gotta concentrate on the game in the moment. Boy, start and stop with combat here. So, I'm sorry if my commentary is not as effective as his is. I guess one of the things I wanted to say is the magic of this world. Like, the air must be saturated with it, because that's the only explanation I can think as to why a gun blade, a sword, would do more damage to people than an actual freaking gun with lead and everything. Like, we must have magical armor and stuff. Alright, speaking of magic, this thing is weak to ice attacks, so I guess what I could do is just hit it with a bunch of blizzards. I've drawn an unfamiliar magic, so I really don't have any other business with this thing. Just summon Shiva again, cast more blizzards on it, and it's really not a very difficult boss. I could cast heals on myself, but I just don't think it's going to be around for that much longer. Yeah, it's doing 25 damage. It's really not that big a deal. I guess I'll take advantage of my strength real quick. 127 damage. Okay. You know, strength plus 40% is based on the amount of magic I've dedicated to the strength stat, so when I get more magic in there, some real magic, as opposed to just Blizzard, if I had something like Blizzaga, like 90-some Blizzagas, that would make my strength, like, off-the-charts magic. Man, this thing's gotta be almost dead by this point. Let's go ahead and use a quick scan on it. Wait, Quistis is almost out of blizzards. How about that? Alright, a large insect-type monster, a survivor of some ancient race, and it only has 140 hit points left. Yeah, it uses its large tail to attack. Well, now that it's a survivor, we know it's a survivor of an ancient race, so let's just make it extinct, shall we? I know it's super aggressive and stuff, but even so, it feels wrong making this thing closer to extinction, but whatever, it's just a video game. That's not a good argument, it's just a video game, because any good story or narrative-driven game is supposed to be reflective of life. Hey, card mod, alright. Now who are these guys? It's not safe here. Please, let's go. Alright. Again, what were you doing here? Like, we can't even say that Alone was, coming to find us because she was surprised to see us. Squall, Queasty? And the other question raised is, you know, who was that? Like, how did she know our name? I don't know, dude. But I guess that'll do it for now. So many questions raised and so few answered. Squall, it's not like everyone can just get by on their own, you know? Says who? Squall, can you not be such a dick, please? I don't like that you remind me of myself at your age. Like, he's a more competent and capable fighter. Like, he's just a prodigy, a natural at fighting. But I was not that. And the other ways that are bad, I'm like him, was like him, and I hate that. Finally, there you are. Where the hell were you? I was looking all over the place. We're both now members of SEED, right? Well, guess what? We got our own rooms, baby! Your new room's right across the hall from your old one. That's what I was asked to tell you. Man, it took me forever. Okay, that's all he has to say. Alrighty. Well, it is a different room, but it doesn't seem any bigger. I'll just go to sleep. And it's the morning of a new day. Squall, it's our first SEED mission. Looks like we're going to Timber. Meet by the front gate. Hurry. Okay, well. Oh, hello. Weapons Monthly April issue. So now I've received 2 Weapons Monthly magazines. Haven't read either of them. What do you guys have to say? So, how's it going since that incident? Huh? What incident? You were fighting, remember? Fighting? We were never fighting, were we? Nope. Whatever. I wasn't really worried anyway. Did you guys have, like, amnesia about something? What? Now, I'm not actually entirely confused, because GFs and the importance of them, I was talking about those earlier. It turns out that they take up a certain portion of your mind in the science fiction aspect of this world. And so, memories that you would have otherwise had in your mind, you'll forget those. Hey Squall, I heard you got your first mission already! Looks like they have high hopes for you. Nice. Okay, oh, by the way, I'm gonna head to the library real quick because I don't know much about the hidden stuff of this game, but I do at least know about this. And I only happen to remember because I picked up a Weapons Monthly issue just now in the room. Oh, hello. I wish they had super exciting books here, kind of like the one that girl with the pigtail recommended. That romance novel was pretty good. 50-something of a color. Okay, Squall will draw Asuna. Oh, hang on, no, didn't mean to talk to you. I'm trying to pick something out of the bookshelf. Could have sworn there was like a book in this shelf here. But I guess not. Unless, oop, shoot. There's like this weird Alien Encounters book here somewhere. And I feel silly that I'm walking around not able to find it. Those desks aren't squeaky clean. Those 3 from the library committee, I'll bet they're slacking off somewhere. Yeah, the garden staff is never, nice. So, like, did you read it? Oh, you mean that bloody murder mystery? Did you find out who the killer was? You should read something more enlightening. So, you found it boring? It was good, but what I'm trying to say is... Oh, that poor guy. Maybe it's over here. Is this where it is? Man, I'm sorry if it's, like, really obviously right there. I hope there's a seat left. There's lots of people in the reading room. It's not like everyone's reading books earlier. I'm sorry. It seems like that was a waste of time, but I could have sworn there was, like, this Aliens book there. And if you read it, you will eventually, come across, like, an alien side quest, and, once you get to the end of it, you'll receive certain items for it. Anyway, the other one I wanted to get was the one about Doom Train. Getting together the necessary items for the GF Doom Train. Oh well. One more minute. Zell on a hoverboard! Freaking cool! Made it! T-boards are prohibited within Garden. Have you forgotten? Oops, sorry. But this is really cool. It may come in handy on a seed mission someday. Probably cut content. I don't think we ever see another T-board again. We'll be the judges of that. Confiscate it. Another guy comes along, just takes his T-board away. All of you are members of Seed, but nevertheless, you're still students at this garden. Furthermore, because you are Seeds, you must set an example to all others and abide by the garden's rules. Understood? Zell doesn't give an answer, he just like glaring at his back. Well, about your first mission. You are to go to Timber. There, you will be supporting a resistance faction. That is your mission. A member of the faction will contact you at Timber Station. This person will talk to you and say, "The force of Timber sure have changed." At this time, you must reply, "But the owls are still around." That is the password. Just follow the faction's orders. Just us 3? Correct. We have agreed to do this mission for very little money. Normally, we would never accept such requests, but... enough talk about that. There he goes undermining Headmaster Sid again, right in front of his students. The nerve of these guys. It's almost as if Sid isn't actually in charge of the garden. Well then, Squall, you are the squad leader. Use your best judgment based on the situation. Zell and Selphie, you are to support Squall and give your all to carry out the faction's plans. Alright, so I gotta talk to him again. Oh, and Squall, I forgot to give you this. It's a cursed item, but if one with enough power uses it, it should be of great help. Magical lamp acquired. Anything else you have to say? Best of luck on your first mission. Not giving me a whole lot to go on. Like, follow the orders of the people that you're going to timber under. That's it. No details about the mission. And now, oh, by the way, here's a lamp that's a cursed lamp, but you might be able to use it. That's all we have to go with. Also, we've been paid. Does this dick say anything? Alright, that's the password. Now, I'm not going to immediately head over there because there's some stuff that I need to get done. Alright, oops, crap, dang it. Boy, if you're even off by a little bit. I guess I could have talked to those 3 girls, but I can't be arsed. I'm gonna save here because now that I've got this magical lamp, it is best to use it as soon as possible. So, actually, hang on a second. Before I save, I need to properly junction my new teammates. So, Squall, he's currently got Ifrit and Siren on him, so let's go ahead and take them off. Yeah, whatever. Magic. Still got strength. Ooh! Nah, I'm not gonna use the card ability. Yeah, that's fine. Let's junction Zell, his Ifrit and Siren back. Give him attack. Magic, GF, and... Actually, you know what? Magic item and draw. He'll be the person with items, and I'll give him move find as well. And that's because I can't rely on him to be much good at, I don't know why I even gave him draw, but he might prove useful in drawing stuff. And oh, right, let's go ahead and switch junctions. This is something that you gotta constantly be on top of maintaining. So now Selphie has the magic and the Shiva back. So everybody should be good. Ooh, no they're not. Auto, let's go ahead to magic for her too, because that way it'll make it easier for her to draw. Okay, good. Alright, everyone's good to go, and they do need to be in peak shape, because in the next episode, I am going to be opening this magical lamp right here, and you should absolutely save your game before using it, so... I guess I could have overwritten the Dalek comm tower, but whatever. Alright, thank you guys for being with me, and I'll catch you on the next one.